Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing?
Good morning.
Louder, louder. Why I'm trying to create more energy and enthusiasm in all of you guys? You're born today. You're awake. You're breathing. Right? Me being a spiritual person, godlike person, I'm growing. Everything I say is not perfect, but what I'll say is gratitude, grateful that you're alive. So create that energy. Okay? How many people have had 6, 7, 8 hours of sleep today? Higher, higher, higher. Okay. Okay. The energy should be coming from you guys. The other people, whether you're sick, not feeling 100%, maybe came from work straight to Sai Dham. I get it. I respect it. Maybe you haven't eaten properly or whatever. All good. The ones that have put up your hand, you're that energy source today. Okay. For your team. Okay. This is a team effort. All right. Also, when I begin with this, I want you guys to start tracking all the sessions we're doing and seeing if you've incorporated in your life, from personal branding to resume, positive attitude, mental health, whatever. Please keep track and let me know, because I would eventually like to have a testimonial of what's working and what's not working in our sessions. Okay. Remember, you guys are the first time we're doing this ever. So I'm learning. I'm growing my life through you guys. If I don't get any feedback, good or bad, I'm not going to able to help build my life up with other people I do it with, right? If I start building this life coach business up, I need your feedback. Your information is valuable to me. Does that make sense? So please start tracking it. Is it where maybe 4 or 5 months, hey, Navi, thank you for your recommendation. I'm now starting to get A's in my class. Or Navi, you know what? I got a promotion in my job because of not what I said, but whatever tool I gave. Okay. I just want to know I'm adding value in your life. Okay. So, who's been to every session so far? Put up your hand if you've been to every session or most. 80%? Okay. No worries. So please, I just encourage you guys. Okay. So, a quote that I shared, it'll be on our morning with coffee earlier this week, is a quote on power of positivity. And it goes with, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Okay. It is your attitude, not your talent, that will determine your altitude, your rise in life. Okay. That's from a very well-known leader named Zig Ziglar. I'm giving you guys people of influence around the world that should be your teachers and leaders to learn from. Okay? These are people that I learned to create a better life for me. And I'm giving you this information for free. And you guys go access that. Okay? So we'll begin with this 4-minute video. I think it's really powerful. And then we'll take it from there.
Elevate Evolution presents the power of positive thinking. In fact, the idea that your mind can change your world almost seems too good to be true. I can assure you, however, that I have experienced and witnessed the good that having a positive mindset can bring. Both positive and negative thoughts are powerful, but have opposite results. Today, I want to talk to you about how both can impact you, and how the power of positive thinking can truly transform every aspect of your life. So let's dive in and explore the profound impact of the power of positive thinking. The benefits and power of positive thinking. Positive thinking means you look for solutions and expect to find them. You don't ignore problems, but instead of complaining about them or letting them overpower you, you actively look for ways to overcome them. You take responsibility for your life on a consistent basis because you understand you are in control of how your life progresses. A positive thinker finds the benefits, or the bright side of challenges, and expects things to work out well. We've all felt a rush of energy after hearing a speech on positive thinking, so let that be your sign that it works. Having a positive attitude means you have an optimistic outlook. An optimistic attitude means you have hope. You believe things will work out well and ultimately you will have success. Scientists have been studying the health benefits of positive thinking for a long time. Research suggests that positive people have better mental health and physical health and even live longer. Having a positive outlook can give you a reduced risk of having a heart attack, getting a cold, and being depressed. It improves the outcomes of patients with brain tumors and traumatic brain injury and boosts your immune system. A positive state of mind even gives you a higher pain tolerance. When you have a positive outlook, you are better equipped to take action, cope with stress and hardships, think more creatively, and are better at problem solving. Thinking positively puts you in a better mood, and as a result, helps you to form positive relationships with coworkers, family members, friends, and new acquaintances. Signs of positive thinking. How do you recognize a positive mindset? People with positive attitudes tend to have a healthy lifestyle. They smile more, are more pleasant to be around, and are more calm under pressure. Someone with a more positive outlook is often willing to try new things. They have higher self esteem, love to have a good laugh, and point out the silver lining in every gray cloud. A positive outlook is infectious, and people with a positive outlook can't help but share it with those around them. Positive thinkers are always kind to people and don't talk negatively about themselves or others. People with more positive thoughts have better coping skills and know how to manage stress better by doing things like exercising more often and having a healthier diet. In conclusion, embracing the power of positive thinking can truly transform your life. By adopting a positive mindset, you open yourself up to a world of possibilities and opportunities. You become a problem solver, a resilient individual who faces challenges head on with optimism and determination. Not only does positive thinking improve your mental and physical health, but it also enhances your relationships and overall well being. Remember, positive thinking is not about ignoring problems or denying their existence. It's about acknowledging them and actively seeking solutions, focusing on the bright side, and believing in your ability to overcome obstacles. Remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more thought-provoking content on personal development and the mysteries of the human mind. Until next time, keep exploring, evolving, and elevating your consciousness. Thanks for watching. Elevate Evolution.
Okay. Any thoughts on this video? Guys, let's have conversations. Thoughts, opinions? I'm going to pick. What did you think of the video? I'm going to start picking, guys. Put you on the spot. You know what? It's going to give you courage. I know it gets nervous. I know it's nervous. Trust me. I was nervous back in the day. Now I have so much courage because I learned a lot, right? And I'm going to challenge you guys because I want you to grow.
So I learned in this video like with the positive thinking, we easily cope with our problems, and it's a stress reliever,
Yes.
and we can easily make our decisions,
Right.
and as well it have like the positive effect on our relationships with like our colleagues and friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, appreciate it. What's your name?
But
Rimple? Thank you very much, Rimple. You can have a seat. The reason why I'm passionate about this kind of stuff, and I said a couple of weeks ago where we as adults, as a 47-year-old, I apologize that our generation made you guys softer, made you guys weaker. You guys are talented in other areas. You have inner strength in other things. But in terms of speaking out, having courage, putting up your hand, right? It's a weak mindset, weak mentality. So that's why I'm spending more time and energy with you guys, because I want you guys to be warriors in your life in a positive way. Okay? Because I see you guys are not getting that from anywhere else. Right? You pay a big tuition, go to college, university, the professors, some care, some don't. Me and Vishal, we care about you, like it or not. I want you guys, each and every one of you, to be even better human beings. Okay? I want all of you to be leaders in your community, leaders in your family home, leaders in your relationships with family, friends. Okay? Be that light. Okay? Who woke up this morning feeling sad and depressed because there was no sunshine? Be honest. Who was sad or a little bit disappointed that the sun didn't rise this morning and it's just clouds? You did. Thank you. Thank you. Only 2 people. So everyone else is happy waking up this morning feeling positive. Am I correct? Yeah? So everyone, you're shaking your head. You weren't happy this morning, right? Okay. Who wasn't? Put up your hand. 3 people, right? More? Be honest. Neutral. Neutral is fine too. Okay. Okay. So about 7 or 8. Who felt neutral today? Like, whatever. It's going to be, I'll be fine. Okay. Good. There's nothing wrong, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. I've had my down days. Long time ago when the sun wouldn't shine, I'd be sad. I'd be depressed. We still have your moments. But the beautiful part was because I've been training my mind for years on positivity and I still have some bad days. But out of 365 days, I want to say probably I had 5 bad days. If I count today, this November from last November, probably 5 bad days. Because I've trained my mind. And the last year has been brutal for me. Trust me. Okay? But creating that mindset is learning different things. Like, has there been an episode in your life where you were feeling negative and then felt positive and your day got better? Did you ever have that experience? We all have that experience. What I want you guys to do is channel that. Bring that old experience into your new day and say, today is going to be a better day. Today's going to be positive. And it worked out well. The 2 girls that came earlier, I told them I was listening to a podcast that happened by accident. By accident. I'm getting winter tires done later on today. So I was fixing my back seat, started my car, put on Waze to where to go to Sai Dham. And then while I was driving, my other podcast started to start automatically. I didn't even do it. And I'm happy. I was already thinking positive. I was already happy thinking, okay, I'm not going to let the clouds to put my energy down. I'm going to create that energy. I'm going to create the light inside of me, right? That's the only thing I can control. I can't control you, or the weather, but I can control my mind and thought, right? Because of that, wow, I'm happy I listened to this podcast and I'll share it with you because I didn't expect it. Had I known what I was maybe yesterday, I probably wouldn't have listened to it because it was going to be a depressing one. Okay. Ed Miley, one of my favorite self-help gurus, I'm really into his podcast. He brought in a country singer and a well-known country singer. I don't know him too well. I can't remember his name. I'll find it. Sadly, he lost his son a couple of years ago. I think 4 or 5-year-old in a pool. But he thought it was a grieving process, but he saw the positivity out of it. Okay, I'll share that podcast with you. It's about an hour. Beautiful. And he got into more faith and believing in himself. Him and his wife, they talked about positivity. So one quick example I'll give you. When they found out that their son died in the hospital, him and his wife, they sat together and they said, you know what? Majority of relationships, husband and wives, divorce after they lose a kid, right? They start fighting, they blame each other, blah, blah, blah. They made an oath of positivity to say, you know what? We will let our son go now and we will make sure our relationship is strong. I'm channeling my frequency to be positive no matter what. I'm already preparing some of the funerals I have to go to, already reciting that. But what kind of mindset am I going to be? Honestly. And I'm used to it. I'm programmed that way. I've gone to more funerals than weddings in the last 10 years. And now I've just experienced from that. Positivity is so important for wherever you guys want to grow. I'm still learning. I'm going to have some bad days. But if 99% of my days and weeks and years are positive, I'm going to have a great life. Going back to that, any questions? Am I going too fast? Okay. Am I making sense? Yeah? Okay. Is this helpful? Are you guys getting any of this information from colleges or universities that you guys go to? Okay. No, and I appreciate that. Okay. I want honest feedback. Guys, I'm learning. If I'm saying anything incorrectly, please put up your hand, educate me. What you're thinking, I can't understand, right? You have to put up your hand, right? If it's like, Navi's not making sense or I don't agree, some people challenging me. I love her challenging me. What's your name again? Yeah. Huh? Anur? Of Noor. Okay. I appreciate her. A couple of times she challenges me. I like that. What was your question? Can you speak louder?
Yeah, so I feel that everything I agree with until now,
Mm-hmm.
but regarding parents, you said that you're preparing for the funeral. So I think this positivity is a form of thoughtlessness, this
Yeah.
specific thing, because like,
Yeah.
for example, I'm not a parent, right?
Yeah.
But for example, if I was a parent and if I had to die for
Right.
instance, I would want my son to like I want him to be strong, but I would want him to fight.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. So he talked about, maybe in a way not having compassion of my parents when when they pass away, because they will. Anything born is gonna die. I appreciate it. So I'll give you an example, and I'm happy you brought that up. So 25 years, maybe 25 years ago, I went to a funeral in Barrie, Ontario, of an uncle, not a direct uncle, but an uncle through a congregation I'm part of or was part of. Humble guy, saintly person. Even I was a little bit angry, or no, I wasn't angry. I was just kind of shocked. And I had the opportunity to sit in the middle of a back seat of two very learned saints, that I really appreciated. And they started having a conversation, right? And one said to the other, is it important that we should cry at funerals? And I can remember who said it to one. This person said it to the other. And I'm just sitting there, like, I think it was like maybe 10, 15 years old. And he goes, when a flower, we're all flowers, right? He goes, yeah. What happens when a flower breaks? He goes, water comes out. We're all meant to cry. I'll definitely cry at my parents' wedding, funeral, right? That's natural. I probably will or probably not. Who knows, right? But that's my love and compassion for them. But I'm also preparing the inevitable that we all have, right? So I'm happy you brought that up, and it's so true, right? I love them, I respect them, but I'm also learning of the people that I may lose, right? Just preparedness, because there's a study from a country called Bhutan, nearby India, Nepal area, right? They say supposedly scientifically that they live the longest on average. Why? Because they think about death 5 to 10 times a day. Who knows? Right? But I learned that from a podcast because we're preparing, right? It will always be a shock. No matter what, it will always be a shock, right? But life prepares you on certain things, right? Look at people that honestly, what's happening in the world, right? Israel, Palestine, how many people have lost people, right? It just makes you stronger. It just shows also from a spiritual standpoint, learn to get detached from everything. It's hard. It is really, really hard. But I hear where you're coming from. And thank you. Any other questions? Yes. Yeah, you know what? I will tell you when you become, okay, and this is just a humble thing. Who feels comfortable talking to me after every session? Okay, just a few. That's fine, right? So I've been grateful that I have 4 or 5 people that feel comfortable with me. right? Because of my energy, right? You can create that. We can create that. Okay. I'm not everyone's cup of tea. Not everyone's going to like me, and that's fine, right? Maybe I might not be the voice that penetrates their mind to achieve it, but hopefully it starts dialogue for them to find another person that they want to go to. But absolutely, you have power. You have so much power. You know how much power you have? Unreal. Okay. The fact that all of you, again, I'm so proud of you guys coming from another country to another country. That's positive energy. That's courage. That's being fearless. It's challenging. And you guys are doing it, right? Just having your energy to come here is a positive thing. You're helping your community. You start smiling more often, guaranteed. I want you to start tracking this. Can you guys do me a favor? Starting today, start thinking positive. And then I want to see how you guys are doing next Wednesday. And please make a note. Please make a note of what's changed when you did that. You know, did you perform better at the food bank? Was your relationship on that date better because you created that new energy? Okay. Yesterday's gone. Today's a new day. And how I live my life each and every day now is being present. Right? Don't let the past or future give you anxiety, depression, sadness. Lift it up. Again, I don't know everyone's story. I don't know what's in your household, what's in your mind, but you have control over this. No one else does. Who has a family member that you're like all the time, oh my God, I'm shocked. They're always happy. They're always positive. I'll give you, yeah, you do too, right? Who is that? My mom. Exactly. My first guru, who's my positive thinker, is my mom. Since I was born at the age of 5, 4, and I'd be rude and obnoxious and I wouldn't listen to her. Say, Navi, always think positive. Man, everything has happened in her life and she's just stoic on positivity. Whereas me and my dad, we have our emotions, right? And that's normal. But my mom, if you don't even look at me, find people in your family who you can look to and see how are they positive. And you know what? Maybe sit down and have a chat with them. You know, whether it's your uncle, your grandfather, your mom, dad, your cousin, your brother or sister that are always positive, sit down with them. Maybe have the discussion of, okay, you know, I was with Navi today. We had a session on positivity. I want to talk to you about that. Is it true what Navi's saying? Is it the techniques that Navi's saying is working in your life that's made you who you are? Right? That's all I want to do. All me and Vishalji want to do with you guys is just open your mind. Right? And I'm trying to help out your community because your generation, because some of us feel like we forgot about you and we didn't educate you enough. So it's our job and my job to help you out, help the community. Okay? Just being mindful of time. Any questions? Guys are quiet still. Who wants to be a leader? Who wants to be the best at their job? Right? Remember, you know what? In the next 3 or 4 years, right? When you find a job, you want to be a leader? This is a great opportunity. Ask Bhavnish this morning. I told him, brother, you have a beautiful opportunity to become a leader here. Right? Grab people under your wing. Even some of you, take charge. Become team leaders of a certain department at the food bank. But you got to own it. Make mistakes, stay positive, and learn from different people around you. Because if you want to be a manager in healthcare or a manager in IT or in finance or whatever, this is a great learning ground to learn from each other. What works, what doesn't. So there's no excuse. I will tell you right now, I bet you this is probably one of the better places volunteering wise than any other place. Mind you, we have our deficiencies. We don't have lots of money to improve some of the deficiencies, but we're working on that with all of your help. You've all helped amplify Sai Dham to another level. So thank you. We are getting recognized in our communities. Okay? Trust me. I'm going to a lot of events to be the face of Sai Dham wherever I can. And we are getting positivity as much as we can. Okay? So if you want to be a leader, you want to be a great person, starts from you. You can't blame anyone, not your parents anymore, not your family or friends, not your boyfriend, girlfriend, teacher with students. Be that positive energy. And if you feel someone is bringing your energy down, you have two options. Either be stronger to bring that energy up in that person, or if you feel like I can't handle that person right now, family, friends, colleagues, whoever, move away. Become stronger and then go back into that world. Okay? Even with family members, I have goals with some family members I do want to have a stronger relationship with. Okay? But I'm not ready for that yet. I'm in a good positive mind. I have a good circle of positive friends around me now. I've disconnected with a lot of family and friends who give me that energy down. I'm like, I'm not ready for them yet. And when I am, I will. Okay? Holiday parties, Christmas parties. You have family members. I pick and choose who I want to sit down with. I have some negative energy family members. I'm like, okay, hi, how are you? But I'll sit down with family and friends and we'll chit chat. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? I don't let that energy disturb me. I know it's there at a family dinner, but I'm not going to let that bring me down. Because you know what? I got 6, 7 other family members that want to spend time with me. And I want to spend time with them. It's hard, right? These are a couple of different things, techniques that you want to do. Start thinking positive before you go to bed, okay? Because it does marinate and soak into your body while you're sleeping for 7 to 8 hours. That's called the theta wave, okay? And when you wake up, as soon as you wake up, start thinking positive, meditate, and that sets your day in the right mindset. Perfect example. If I wasn't positive and I listened to that podcast about a guy losing his kid, I would have been sad and depressed. But I created that mindset of like, okay, let me take the good out of it. All right? Anything else? Okay. One other thing, I am looking at starting a WhatsApp page, kind of a power of positivity, coaching, and all that. I want to create a separate WhatsApp chat through Sai Dham. If we can do that, I'll talk to Anne of Vishalaji. And that's where I'm going to start sending podcasts, positive quotes, any good stuff. Okay. And I only want people on there that care. Because as I grow and even grow my stuff, I'm going to get a little bit stronger in terms of people who are willing to put the time and effort to listen to podcasts, read books or chapters. And I'm going to start creating different groups that people really want to invest their life so they can be better students in college and in the work field. Okay? So we'll work on creating that soon. And that's all it's going to be. No other HR stuff, whatever, because I think it gets lost in the messaging. So I want to create something different. And I want people engaged. And when I mean engaged, when I send a message or whatever, I want people emojiing it, liking it, whatever, because I want to see acknowledgement. Okay? This is for your benefit, guys. What I'm giving you, I think, potentially in a couple of years, I'll be charging thousands of dollars for this. Right? And maybe you guys create something out of this too. Okay? And over the next little while, we're going to start bringing in special guests. So we do have a special guest coming next week. He's a good buddy of mine. His name is Ron Chisner. He's come here a couple of times. He's a former cop for about 20 years. He'll explain all the details, so I might be wrong in his bio, and we'll get that soon. A cop for 20 years in the Peel Police and OPP. He led the gang force. Okay, he's dealt with human trafficking. He's dealt with international student stuff. So I want you guys to come prepared. We'll probably make that an hour, 9:30 to 10:30. So we'll figure that out. We'll get the bio. We'll do some, promotional video stuff. So please, cascade it to everyone. I think it's important. Okay. And, plus the fact that majority of our ethnic background here is East Indian, he's a Punjabi guy. Okay. He's a good brother of mine. I respect him. He's also moving into the political world. He's running for the Conservative Party for the Oakville North Burlington area. So I think it's great. He's been on a couple of podcasts, some of the big podcasts in Toronto to talk about what's happening in Toronto. So we're going to bring him on board next week. And please, if there's anyone you want us to bring in terms of a finance expert, PSW, or anyone else, HR, you let us know. One last thing, guys. I know it's hard or uncomfortable. The energy and flow you're creating right now, if and when you have kids, or if and when you want to get promoted, it's these examples right now that are going to hinder you. I'll tell you that right now. Not having the courage to put up your hand, not taking the lead. Don't complain 5, 10, 15 years down the road, my kids don't listen to me, or I didn't get a promotion from a job, or this and that. These moments are a reflection, an example that's already etched. And a habit now is I'm not going to put up my hand. I'm not going to take a lead. Trust me, I was the same person. Any school back in the day, I used to sit at the back because I was nervous. I was scared. Now I'm at the front through experience, challenging myself to do new things. You have to force yourself to go through it in life. Okay? You have to push through. If you want to have a comfortable life, enjoy it. It will be the most boring, most dull life ever. Excitement, happiness grows through challenging times. Okay? I saw someone on the weekend talk to a member of the Hare Krishna movement. I was at a Diwali event. And I know I've taken over 10 o'clock now, but I'll wrap it up quickly. And he goes to me, he goes, hey, brother, I was reading the Gita in front of him. He's like, oh, how much have you bench pressed before? What's the most? I said, 325 pounds is what I've bench pressed, right? Was my max. He goes, how long have you been working out? I go, since 15. 15 years old, I didn't bench 325, barely benching 50 pounds, right? But I pushed through year after year, day after day to get to 325. Create the mindset to be courage. Okay, so power positivity is also, I'm going to be courageous today. I'm going to be fearless today. I'm going to be strong today. I'm giving you guys opportunities. Take the courage. Okay, be strong. Because whatever you're doing now is going to lead to future growth or not. Make sense? Okay? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Any questions, guys? How is, for example, how's Sai Dham been so far? Good? Good? I know I'm sure there are hiccups and gaps and misunderstandings. We're learning, but thank you. Thank you all. Okay. What is something that we haven't talked about that you want to know more about? Anything. What do you want to learn? Sorry? How to improve your English? The best thing to do? Speak English every day. With the bus driver, with the Uber driver, with your friends. Again, my Punjabi and Hindi is garbage. I'll be honest, right? I learned it when in kindergarten, grade 1, my Punjabi was good, right? My English was bad. And then I failed grade 1 because my English wasn't good. And then it flipped, right? But that's my fault. I do want to get back into learning Punjabi, right? But it's having the courage, right? I'll be honest, right? Skill sets is one thing. Communication is number one in this world. If you cannot communicate, you're not going to succeed, right? If your English doesn't improve, chances are your life in Canada will be like this. PSW, what do you want to be? What's your degree? What are you pursuing? Social services, right? Again, social services, right? English is huge, right? Healthcare. You want to be a nurse, right? Oh, maybe. Okay? Communicating. English. If you cannot listen, it's scary, right? If we have doctors and nurses who can't speak English and they misdiagnose someone, it's on you. Lawsuits, liabilities. right? You have someone's life in your hand and you can't speak that language. That's dangerous. If you're coming to this country, grow, keep your Punjabi, keep your Hindi, but build on it with English. It is huge. Okay, only you can practice that. Okay, practice, write, read. I'm not a linguistic specialist, right? But we can have conversations if you want. What else? What else is something that is missing that we want? Yes. Health and fitness. I touched on it, but we could talk about that. Absolutely. We'll do something on that. Or maybe I'll even bring another person in, right? So sometimes, you get bored listening to Navi all the time about health and fitness. I get it. We'll bring someone else in. Anything else? Yes. Yeah, no. Okay, absolutely. I think we're looking at probably ICICI Bank, some of their finance leaders coming on board and doing a session. Okay. Anything else? A great book, if you want to spend time, Rich Dad and Poor Dad. Okay, that's a fantastic book on learning the finances. Okay. And there's podcasts, there's YouTube. So start building on that. So then maybe when we do that, you're more prepared to ask probably detailed questions. Yes.
because I have read it 2 or 3 times, and I think that that book is what you already know.
Okay. No, fair enough.
Why do you think
I
so?
appreciate it. I haven't read it in years. It talks about assets, debts, and all that, which is a trick that a lot of people don't know to use to grow your business. Like, had I known that in my 20s, it would have been an awesome template, right? I'm learning it the harder way now, but leveraging your debt as asset is a neat tool. I don't have the luxury right now, but I found that as a big aha moment. There's a few other ones. I'll try to find those financial books for you. But no, it's good. Listen, every book is not for everyone, right? Even from a spiritual standpoint, there's some scriptures I like, but then there's some I really like because I resonate with it, right? Yes. I did read Monk Who Sold His Ferrari many, many years ago by Robin Sharma. Great book, right? He's a Toronto guy. He's a Canadian guy. He used to come to Rogers to be the coach for some of our executive leaders at Rogers back in the day. Yeah, great book. And his 5 a.m. workout, 5 a.m. workout, I think 5 a.m. is also a great book by Robin Sharma. Anything. So finance, health and fitness. Maybe we'll bring someone from a language or a linguistic background. Anything else? No? Okay. I think I'm done. I think you guys got to get up. Have a great day. Stay positive. All of you guys are important. Okay? And again, every day, I'm not putting anyone down. I want to lift everyone up. Okay? Putting someone down doesn't serve anyone purpose. It doesn't even serve me purpose. Right? If I walk away putting someone down, I'm pushing you to challenge you. Okay? Any great human being, you look at their struggles and see where they've come from, is their positive attitude. Yeah, sorry, earlier, and I'll wrap it up. You know what the word aptitude is in that saying? Talent. Talent only takes you to so much, right? Cricket happened this weekend. I'm not a cricket fan, but India lost to Australia, right? So congrats to any Australian fans here. There's a lot of people back in the day think about, hey, my high school friend should have been part of that Indian cricket team or the Australian cricket team because they were talented. But why they didn't make it to the national Indian team or the Australian team? Attitude. Many people are skilled, but attitude takes over skill any day. Okay, so keep that in mind. You might not have the skills, but if you can create the right positive attitude to learn a skill, whether it's through learning English or health and fitness or being a better doctor or nurse, it's always attitude if you think about it. It's your thought, emotions, attitude, and then executing. Make sense? Thank you guys for everything. Appreciate it. If you need anything else from me, let me know. If there's any topics you want, anyone you want me to bring in, I will try to bring in. Thank you. You guys are all rock. Seriously. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome human beings. Continue that. Okay? And be supportive for each other. It's always going to be a day of struggling, but be friends. Be an ear to your family, friends. Be that positive light. You know, go back to India in a couple of years and say, wow, you're like the light that, you know, came back. You know, your parents are looking for that. Right? Cool? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. And forgive me if I did anything wrong.